Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do of Love and Paradise, Season 3, Episode 3, Baby One More Time. Okay. Y'all want to get into this? Let's do it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family, one of the best families on the YT. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Love in Paradise, the Caribbean, Season 3, Episode 3, Baby One More Time, I probably would give this episode a D. Let me know down in the comments section what you would give this episode of Love in the Caribbean. And maybe I'm giving it that because it's new and I guess they're establishing relationships, but it's just moving a little bit too slow for me, given the fact that this is the third episode and I'm not sure how many of them they have. Just as a really quick public service announcement, I am going to be changing some things for Auntie's Advice. Tonight, we will be in the membership discussing the Ebony K. Williams and Ayanla Von Zant conversation, okay, about would you date a bus driver. So if you are a member of Auntie's Advice, make sure you turn on your notification bells, and we're going to be having that discussion. We will also be having an open forum, so make sure that you got your head did and that you hit the link. Okay, so that is going to be tonight around about 9 o'clock p.m. where we will be discussing the Ebony K. Williams and the Ayanla Von Zant. Would you date a bus driver? Okay, so make sure you have those notification bells on. Also, I am going to be doing some pre recorded videos, and I'm sure that a lot of you are accustomed to me going live. And I will be doing pre-recorded videos. Okay. So I want y'all to kind of get used to it because it's coming. Okay. It's the summer months, vacation. Your auntie will be taking some vacations and everything. And I don't want to not give you the videos that you want from me. So in order for me to make sure that I stay on track, I am going to be doing some pre-records. Okay. So it's a temporary temporary thing, okay, for a temporary fix. It's a little band-aid for right now. So I can go away. All right. But if you want to see my travels and you want to see what I'm doing, you can always follow me on Instagram. Okay, so without further ado, the morning announcements are over. We're going to get into Love and Paradise. So the first couple that I want to talk about is the new couple, which is April and Valentine. So I had to pull up some things about April, because she has a lot of stuff that she actually does, right? So let me just give you some background on this, on her. So April Carter and Valentine are the newest couple, right? April is 38 years old and she is a doctor, who lives in Houston, Texas. April tried dating men on her own. Um, she tried dating men who own their own business. So the conversation we're going to be having in a membership is going to be very, very interesting, because there are a lot of women who, want to date men who they believe are, financially or equally qualified. And it seems to be, hard. And I think, I don't know about that. But anyway, I digress. So she's tried dating men who own their own business as well as doctors and lawyers, but felt that she and Valentine belonged together. She said the men in April dated were afraid of her success. After all, she also has a law degree and owns two fitness studios. Valentine, a 26-year-old from the Dominican Republic, is very loving and appreciates her success, but he ain't got nothing. He poor and living with his mama now. You can't make this stuff up. He po and living with his mom and them. His mom and them are like, when she coming and everything. He says when she come, she stay in all these highfalutin, hotels and all of that kind of stuff. And, they were like, well, you're going to have to bring her here so she can see the reality of how you are living. She had, had a conversations with her sisters and everything, because they're all going to be going over to the DR. And, she discloses to them that, she been sending this mofo money. So of course the sisters are, like, what, bitch? Like, why would you be sending him money? But I guess that's just a thing to do. And maybe because she feels like she has wealth, she ain't losing nothing. Maybe he is, taking care of other stuff in her life. But I'm just like, girl, like, I don't know. I cannot say that I've never not given a man money, but it just wasn't in that kind of way, I guess. I don't. I'm gonna have to tell my story. I'm gonna have to. Now, how in the world is she gonna say she in the bushes? Is she? I'm done. I'm done. So anyway, she's going to be going over to the DR with her sisters to find out whether or not this love can prevail. And I'm just like, okay, we'll wait and see. The next couple I want to talk about is Everton and Jordan. Of course, we met Jordan last week for the first time. She is has an online site where she does and fulfills people's fetishes. She is a nudist and she has put up a high fence in her backyard so that her neighbors don't see her, butt out. Okay. But she is dating Everton. And Everton, she said that she had purchased some property and that Everton is the power of attorney over the account. So she's flying out. We see her getting ready and everything to go and meet Everton. And then come to find out that she had gotten a text message or a voicemail before she got there. When Everton was standing out in front of the airport and was talking about Jordan coming, he was stuttering and everything. He was like, I'm happy she coming. And I just was like, oh my God, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. He, I think, is in it for the money. She said that they have been together for some years, right? Off and on. And I'm just like, okay, so they off and on or they on and off. Okay, because there's a big difference. They off and on or they on and off. He said that, because the economy went down due to the demic, that, she was in his corner and she was helping him and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm saying it's so many red flags with this. I don't know if you have to have someone in his country. I can't even remember where he's from. To allow you to buy property, and maybe that's why she made him the power of attorney. I don't know. But you would think that a woman who's wise and of a, a good age would know better. But we underestimate what people would do for love. I had told y'all before, even I told the members that I have been watching these romance scans on YouTube. And I've been completely and totally hooked on them. So I'm like, okay, you do you, but she's over there with him and she's not happy. So I guess next week we'll find out. They're going to drag this thing out for the rest of the summer. I'm hoping that the show gets really interesting because for right now, it just seems a lot scripted. The next couple that I want to talk about is Jessica and Juan. Now, of course, we know that she had met Juan on a cruise ship, right? And the two of them started dating one another. Excuse me, y'all. They had started dating one another. And so, she has two little boys and she is going over to visit him because she wants him to get an opportunity to be around her children and see if this is something that he can handle. But I'm just like, it's too little, too late, because her ass is pregnant. We find out this episode that she's already pregnant by him. So it didn't fucking make her a difference whether or not you know what, I get so tired of cussing these daggone women out. I get so tired of cussing these women out. She's pregnant with his baby. So she didn't give a damn whether or not he could handle kids or no, because she now finds herself in a position where he's about to be her baby daddy, bitch. You're going to permanently and forever be in this man's life. I don't care if y'all decide that y'all going to not get married and stay on the other side of the world. He going to always be that baby's daddy. That's something you can't take away. And he never been around your kids, really. They were on a cruise ship with him, but he said he had to work half the damn time. And so now here she is, pregnant by him and bringing her little kids to boot and her little girlfriend. And so, when they get there and everything, she up in the bed taking his clothes off and kissing him. I'm like, but you could wait until tonight. I don't think I've ever had anybody that give me that kind of fever that I gotta be snatching their cold clothes off while my child up. I mean, up and in the house. The kids is outside. She gets the girl to take her outside. They all up on each other and just doing the most. And I'm just like, girl, this is disgusting. I wonder whether or not her two kids got the same baby daddy. I'm going to have to go back on episode 1, bitch, and see whether or not it's a whole lot of baby daddies that's going on in her life. Because I just was like, girl, how in the hell do you get pregnant by him? And you got two little boys. And then, he gets up in the morning because he said, in the DR, they like to, food is everything. And that's how they show their love. Food is everything in every culture. And I don't know why people say that. That's in every culture. When you have something, you celebrating something, bitch, you got food. When you have guests in your home, you serve food. So I was like, you're not saying anything that it's not part of our culture. But anyway, so, he gets up, the little boy doesn't like eggs. He's a picky eater. Okay, not a big deal. Most children his age are picky eaters, but they're trying to make something out of it. Then she allows Juan to sit down with his breakfast. The little boy asks Juan if he could fix him a bowl of cereal. Instead of her saying he eats his cereal without milk, she has Juan go to the kitchen, fix his cereal with milk in it, and then waits to for the little boy. See, I know y'all acting, but kids can't discern whether or not you acting or not. It's so scripted, that part. So Juan is saying, I'm going back and forth. But one of the things that Juan said about Jessica that I absolutely agree with is that her children do what they want. They don't appear to have any structure or anything. And I totally agree with him on that. They seem like they bad as fuck. And I hate talking about people's kids, But the little boys seem like they off the chain. But then again, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Maybe I shouldn't address it because I had a little girl. I've never raised a little boy, but they rambunctious as hell. Anyway, let me get off of her before I drag her kids all through this damn thing. Last but not least was Scott and Lydia. He is just a creep to me. He gets his ass over there, does not talk to his phone carrier, doesn't tell them he's out of the country and he needs them to turn on the internet. He goes over there ill prepared as a month with his teeth sitting out, looking like a beaver. If you look at this peep, the more he talked, the more grossed out I got. The more I kept thinking, he's gross in my opinion. Like he would be somebody I would just be like watching my back. I would make sure that I had my atomic bear out. Like I would be making sure that my mace is on hand, my pepper spray, bitch, whatever I got to be on deck. He can't even talk to Lydia because he didn't do his due diligence to make sure that, yes, Dana, he didn't do his due diligence to make sure that he can communicate through his app. It's just a phone call to the carrier, send it by pigeon. So he's over there and he doesn't have an app to communicate with Lydia. Lydia decides to get 2 hotel rooms. I don't blame her. Because we know this fake anyway, right? We know that this ain't the real deal. We know they acting as if they are on a soap opera. Lydia ain't interested in this month because when they got to the restaurant, she looked cute in her little outfit. I don't know why she had the red shoes on, but bitch, okay. She goes to the restaurant and everything because they're going out. He said that he guarantees that in the next couple of days, Lydia gonna be sleeping in the bedroom with him. Jacqueline said he looks like a lion mouth. You know what? That's true because the little line on the wheels be like that, don't he? I just thought about what you said. Oh my God. So the two of them, are just not clicking because he can't communicate with her and she can't communicate with him, and she's being, um as courteous as possible by laughing at his, sorry ass jokes, but okay. So the next thing you know, they're at the place. They do a little bit of salsa dancing and everything, and they sit down and he can't talk to her on the app. So he yells across the restaurant, okay, and asks, "Does anybody speak English?" So a dude comes over to talk to him. So Lydia asks him, speak for him or translate. Lydia asked him, when was the last time that he was with a woman? Well, he says 5 months ago. But bitch, they just said that they've been dating for a year, that they've been talking for a year, and that they've been in a full-fledged relationship, bitch. So why would he sit there and say 5 months ago? And then he makes an excuse. I'm going to tell you something. It don't make a difference whether you got a PhD behind the back of your name, a DDS, bitch, a DR, a CC, a BCC, bitch. I don't care. If you looking and acting like him, I ain't got it to do. I just simply ain't got it to do. I don't want a doctor just to say I got a doctor and the doctor is looking like him. No, hell no. And got a personality like him. Because here this guy is sitting there taking time out of being with his friends and having a conversation for him. And then he asks her, what does she think about him being in a polygamous relationship with 2 or 3 other wives? You wasting motherfuckers' time. This is supposed to be the time for you to be talking and getting to know her. Then he asked her, would she do conjugal visits if he gets locked up? He on joke time. He's not trying to establish a relationship with Lydia. That's creepy to me. Why take the time out to sit there and be a doctor but act like, in my opinion, an idiot on the show? It's not funny. The humor is dry as the damn desert. He don't have a personality. And so I'm sure he's probably leading with, well, I'm not sure. I assume that he is leading with all that he's got. And that's why, bitch, when I be seeing these guys with these buff bodies, ain't like it ain't nothing wrong with it. But a lot of times they empty as up behind it. All they got is what you see on the outside. But bitch, when you start going into the inside, just a little smidget, you realize they ain't got going on. He gives me creepy vibes. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the jokes, the awkwardness of him, the not, in my opinion, doing a due diligence to make sure that he can connect his phone. I mean, dude, he not got a WhatsApp. I mean, like what? Did you not do any of your homework? You just showed the fuck up and think that you're gonna be able to live off an app. I guess he found out now. But to waste Lydia's time like this has got to be absolutely just for the show of it. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review. As I said, I gave this episode a D. I should have gave it an F, but I'm going to try to let them live, right? Because, again, it's still new. Again, don't forget, if you are a member of Auntie's Advice, make sure you turn on your notifications so that we can talk about the Ebony K. Williams and Ayanla Von Zant. Will you date a bus driver? I love you all to pieces. Y'all have a great day. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets. Bye-bye.